Srimad Bhagavatam, 5th Canto, Chapter 17, The Descent of the River Ganges, text 10 to 11. Many other rivers, both big and small, flow from the top of Mount Meru. These rivers are like daughters of the mountain, and they flow to the various tracts of land in hundreds of branches. Among the 9 Varshas, the tract of land known as Bharata Varsha is understood to be the field of fruitive activities. Learned scholars and saintly persons declare the other 8 Varshas to be meant for very highly elevated, pious persons. After returning from the heavenly planets, they enjoy remaining results of their pious activities in these 8 earthly Varshas. So here is some more confusion, that there are 8 other Varshas here on the planet which are considered to be heavenly places. But this has been studied. Srila Prabhupada said that this Vedic astronomy is very confusing, and I want you scientists to please study it and explain it nicely and build a Vedic planetarium so that people can understand. So this job was undertaken by his disciples, especially Sadhuputa Prabhu and Drutakarma Prabhu. And they have explained that actually they checked the calculations of the sizes which are mentioned for these Varshas and the descriptions. And they said that what this looks like is this, that the demigods from the celestial planets, the higher planets, when they look down, this is the way it appears. It appears as if there are all these, one tract of land called Bharata Varsha and 8 other tracts. And when they analyze the sizes, it looked exactly, if from a higher position, if we look down on the solar system, then we will see the sun, the earth, and we will see all these different planets around them. The measurements and what is described are corresponding to these islands, these different Varshas. Therefore, they said that these are actually different planets according to our vision. According to the vision of the demigods, these are not different planets. But these different planets, 8 of the planets have heavenly regions where people can enjoy some more. And the 9th one is the planet Earth, which is called Bharatvarsha, which is where we come down after finishing all our pious, enjoying all the heavenly planets, and we have to actually get down to the business of going back home, back to Godhead. So Srila Prabhupada finishes off all this saying that the devotees are not particularly interested in these kinds of heavenly planets, whether Divya Swarga or Bhauma Swarga or Bila Swarga. Divya Swarga are the celestial planets. Bhauma Swarga are these other 8 planets we are talking about. Bila Swarga are the lower planetary systems where also there is some sense enjoyment. We are not interested in that. What we are interested in is, yes, Vaikuntha Loka or Goloka. And then he describes that the only way to do that is by getting a guru. And then he explains to us again who's a guru, because constantly guru is a much misused word in India, and anyone and any kind of teacher is called a guru. So he specifies clearly that Krishna has said that in the Bhagavad Gita that we have to find a proper guru, we have to surrender to him. And then it is clearly explained that we have to only go to someone. In the Srimad Bhagavatam it is explained that we have to go to a proper guru who understands affairs of the spiritual world. And Padma Purana says that only a Vaishnava can be considered a guru because he's the one who understands Krishna. So only a representative of Krishna can be a guru. So we don't talk about anyone else as guru. There are other Brahmanas who are learned scholars. They engage in patana, qualified teachers. They engage in patana. They become expert in worshipping the Lord or the demigods, yajana. That means they perform this yajnas. And they teach others how to execute this worship, yajana. So these qualifications, and they also do other things. Pratigraha means they receive alms from others, and then dana is they distribute all this wealth in charity to others. Now, these Brahmanical qualities are not enough to become a guru. What is required is that you have to be a Vaishnava, and even a dog eater can become a guru if he's got Vaishnava qualities. The dog eater means not a dog eater, but someone who's born in a family of dog eaters. So it is very clear that the qualification to be a guru is devotion to Krishna. Bodily qualifications do not matter. Whether you're born in a family of dog eaters, doesn't matter. Which means also, if you're in a woman's body also, it doesn't matter. If you're in any kind of body, it doesn't matter. This is what we can clearly understand. Therefore, understanding all this, we have to approach the proper guru, surrender to him, and that is the way to go back home, back to Godhead. As Srila Prabhupada clearly explains, let us not get interested in Divya Swarga, Bhauma Swarga, or Bila Swarga. Then, in a sort of tongue-in-cheek way, he's talking about Bhauma Swarga, that means heavenly planets, heavenly regions of this earth. And in a very tongue-in-cheek and humorous way, he says that some people consider Kashmir as that. This is because there is a famous poet who said, if there is any paradise on earth, it is this, it is this, it is this. Paradise on earth. So, we know what is happening in Kashmir. And if you want to call this paradise on earth, you can. If you want to call it a place which is threatened by terrorists, you can. It doesn't matter. Then there are others who think the Western countries are paradise on earth. Ooh. Some people think Switzerland is paradise on earth because it looks like Kashmir. Kashmir and Switzerland look similar. But most of the people think the Western countries are paradise on earth. Just imagine you get so much money there. Just imagine. That is the first thing. Most important thing. If there was only money and nothing else, that is good enough to qualify as paradise for most people. Then the icing on the cake, according to them, is how the roads are smooth and clean, how they get freebies. That means you can retire and you can get pension in some of the places. Things run on time. There is efficiency. You don't have to give bribes to do everything. So these are all icing on the cake. And this is paradise according to so many people. So everyone has to admit that this is ridiculous to consider that as paradise. What is paradise? Only paradise which we accept is spiritual paradise, Vrindavana. And what is Vrindavana? Vrindavana is wherever there are loving devotees. That is all. That is Vrindavana. So the paradise, as far as you and I are concerned, wherever there are loving devotees, that's where we want to be. That's where we want our children to be. And we don't get distracted by anything else. If you follow this nicely, always being in the company of loving devotees, and if we wish this for all our descendants, and if we arrange for this to happen, then our life will be successful and it will be also blissful. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Last and the commentary on Srimad Bhagavatam, 5th Canto, Chapter 17, The Descent of the Ramangajas on Text 12 by Vijay Venugopal Das. Now we'll have Prema Padmani Devi Dasi.